No one said you were, bro.
Again, one more time.
Bruv, I'm not going to answer that question.
Do YouTube pay for views?
Why are you shouting for, bruv?
Bruv, do YouTube pay for views? Yes or no?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of the YouTube stuff.
You don't know. You don't know that.
Jam, like, bro, like, do you know what? Let's just stop the interview here. Let's just stop the interview here.
Nothing. I'm on. You're not
stopping. Yes, I am. It's my show, bro.
No, you're not. Bruv, are you mad?
Jam, like, bruv, come on, bruv.
Don't come on me, bruv. I'll fucking go mad in it.
It's official. I've just heard the best radio argument of all time. But before we get started, I'd like to encourage you to hit the notification bell for future videos. And also, there's a Cash App and a PayPal link in the description below if you would like to donate to the channel. I do not make any money off of these videos because of the footage I use. The two participants in this situation are DJ Argue, yes, his name is DJ Argue, and Jammer. DJ Argue is a radio personality, or was a radio personality, for Radar Radio, an online radio station which focused on underground acts. This radio station is currently suspended for reasons I will not discuss in this video. Jammer is a grime artist. Grime, which I've spoken on this channel before, is a subgenre of hip-hop. And even though it's a living, breathing thing in London, in the UK, it can best be differentiated or described by its BPM, its beats per minute. It's obviously faster than a regular traditional rap record, but that's basically what makes it different from our traditional sound, because the pace is much faster. Now, since 2010, Jammer has dropped 3 albums: Jumanji, Living the Dream in 2013, and Top Producer in 2014. I think he can best be described as an old head, being the fact that he's 36 years old. He remembers a time before the internet where you like somebody because you like them and not just because they were popular.
We live in a day and age where people don't make up their own minds, innit?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is good because it got 100,000 likes. Okay. That's mad. You get me? Because it's good because 100,000 people liked it. Or is it good because you like it?
I think I would liken Jammer to, say, a Papoose, you know, in the sense that Papoose, there have been many times where Papoose has been at radio stations and he's sort of complained that, Hot 97 or Power 105 don't support New York artists. They just support people who are hot online. I would liken him to Papoose also in the same sense that he has respect within the community because he's obviously very skilled and he's rooted to the traditions of the art form. The argument starts when they start discussing clashes. Now, let me explain to you what a clash is. A clash is a competition between crews or individuals in front of a live crowd. They're very similar to battles, except clashes are more about bending and experimenting with the genre. So what they do is they'll play grime beats and, they'll play around with the performing, and it's more about energy. The winner's determined by the volume of the reaction of the crowd. Now, since around 2009, 2010, Jammer started Lord of the Mics. Now, Lord of the Mics started off as a DVD, and then it sort of became its own clash events. And as a matter of fact, Jammer's gotten a lot of heat from the community because the tickets for these events that he puts together, he charges about £100. And Red Bull has the largest clash event every year in the UK, and they charge about 20. Obviously, there's a reason for that, and we'll get to those reasons.
Unless you're doing stuff with brands and stuff like that, no one should be asking for money like that. It should just be it should just all be here to build a scene. If someone's doing a rave, I don't know, man, like, unless they're selling tickets or it's going to charity, no one should be asking for anything. We should be doing events to build up our thing, innit?
You'll probably say that because you lot have got money. Some of these kids need that. They need to be putting on. They need to be on.
How do you know what I got? How do you know what I got?
What? So you broke? Like you've been.
How do you know?
I'm just assuming.
That's exactly. What do you say? You're what?
I'm assuming.
Okay, so.
All right. So for instance, you haven't got money then. So don't you need the money for?
No, I don't need money. I'm nothing. Money. I don't know what that is. What's that? That's not my currency. I don't deal with paper and coins and metal.
No, but what I'm saying is you're saying people should be doing bits and bobs for free. But I'm saying, look, everyone's got to work. Everyone needs money. So these kids, like, bruv, they should be asking for
no,
money. There's
people to take money from. So look, there's people to take money from.
Okay, so Jammer believes that these events should be put together with the intent of everybody building each other up. And, you know, and when Argue sort of throws back the argument of, well, these people should be paid, you know, he said, you know, there's people to take money from. Obviously, the Red Bulls, if I'm not mistaken, I think Adidas has their own Clash event that they do. You know, I can agree with Jammer's opinion of doing the event to build people up, but the argument of compensating these artists for their work is also a conversation to be had as well.
We know corporate brands that are coming in. Yeah, this is happening today. I've seen them. They've been doing battles. I'm not going to name names of companies, but they'll come in and they'll get all these kids to do things for nothing. And they've got billions. But then they'll come to me, and when I'm doing Lord of the Mics, guys are asking me for 10 bags. Cool, I'll pay you because it's for the scene, innit? I'll give you the thing because it's for the scene. But how come you want to charge me 10 racks to Clash on something that man have been working for years, that's embedded in grime history, but you want to go on for instance?
But if they know you're going to pay them, what? Like,
I saw Radar doing a Clash the other day. Did you not pay the youths to do that?
Yeah, that was my Clash, yeah.
That your Clash, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you pay the youths?
Obviously not, no.
What do you mean obviously not?
Like, obviously
I thought
not, it's
they need
radio.
money.
Well, bruv, it's a radio show, bro. It's a radio show.
What do you mean it's a Clash?
It's a radio show, bro.
Yeah, bruv,
it's got a platform like yours, like Lord of the Mics, where it's set up, blah blah blah.
What do you mean?
It was a Hell in a Cell. Listen, listen to me, bro. Now listen, we don't want to be even talking about that. That's none of my business. That's none of no one's business.
It's everyone's business.
Now, bruv, I'm talking about this was Hell in a Cell. I was like, bruv, you man that's come through is like.
But I thought they needed money.
Bruv, I'm talking about shows and that. Like, Jam, you're not even listening to what I'm saying, bro. Like, this is
gonna be the best interview on Radar, because man ain't fake. Yeah? So what I'm saying to you now,
Jammer, you're saying about shows, bro. Okay, I'm talking about a radio show.
Tone it down. You just radio show and Lord of the Mics is exactly the same thing.
Jammer, you sell Lord of the Mics, bro.
What do you mean?
I don't sell a Clash deal. I don't sell a radio show.
Okay.
You sell Lord of the Mics.
What's
the live thing? How much you charge tickets for? Was it £100?
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
And how much did it cost me to put on the Clash? Do you know? Do you know how much it costs to press anything? Do you know anything about making a DVD?
I didn't say I did.
I'm just asking.
No, I don't.
Okay. So you want me to break it down for you how much this all costs?
Not really. No.
Okay. Why did you ask then?
Because you're telling me about I should be asking people.
It costs money to make what I do, bro. It costs a lot of money. Yeah? So when you're saying kids need money, but you're taking something what initially me and my people created in England and doing it, but you're not paying the kids, you're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not though, bro.
Now it gets interesting, because while DJ argues saying you should pay these artists, we find out that he had his own Clash and he obviously didn't pay these artists. Now, let me tell you something. If you want to take the position of, you know, advocating for people to be paid for their services, when someone says, well, you had your own event, you didn't pay them, you shouldn't use the words obviously to explain why you didn't pay them, because then you look like a hypocrite. Then you're starting to look like someone who's like, well, this is different from your circumstances. I am separated from whatever you think your event represents. My event represents something else. Now I can understand if DJ argues saying, we're a radio station, and a radio station has its certain benefits. We may not pay people up front, but the exposure that you're going to gain is going to give you some form of monetary benefit in the future. Of course, you could imagine why Jammer, who seems like a very old-headed, very old school MC, who's very prideful, and if you tell him that, so there aren't any benefits to working with me, there aren't any benefits to doing the Lord of the Mics with Jammer, so I have to pay people, and there's benefit to doing it with a radio station or doing it with Red Bull. It's all very interesting, and now it is about to escalate. So brace yourselves, because the next few minutes are radio gold.
It's the same thing, you being here. Shall I pay you for being on my radio show? Because that's the same thing I've done with the Clash.
No, it's not, bro.
Yes, it is, Jammer.
Alright, cool. Let me break it down to you. Yeah? Let me break it down to you.
It was called a Hell in a Cell. Like about 50 man were here.
Where's the footage of that Clash going?
Where do you think it's going?
Is it going on YouTube?
You know where it's going. You must
Okay,
have seen
does that? Do you get paid for that?
I don't know. You tell me, Jam.
This guy's.
you tell me.
Well, listen, what I'm gonna tell you, right? I love the fact that you've just got the balls to just be saying what you're saying. But what I'm gonna break down to you is, yes, these men get money for the views. Yes, these men get funding. These men get a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? They're coming into the thing and they're doing it. Ask Ollie. I was the first person to support Ollie. Ollie used to be my producer on my show at Rants. Yeah? So let me not break down. I told Ollie to leave. I told Ollie to do radar. You can't tell me about anything. But I'm gonna break you down again now. Yeah? You're talking about this, kids need this. I've been doing this out my pocket, paying for it before there was any money.
No one's even saying that.
No, but you're saying that kids need money, but you just reinstated the clash that man has created and didn't give them no money. So you're contradicting yourself.
I'm not contradicting.
You are.
No,
because
I'm not,
the YouTube views and everything that's getting the money from the radio. Wait. No, don't start saying stuff. And then when I'm breaking you down, you're trying to block it out.
You're not breaking no one down, bro. No, you're definitely not. You're definitely not that, bro.
I am.
No.
You know why? Because you don't want to admit to you just made a mistake.
I haven't made a mistake.
So do Radar not make money off the YouTube views on the clash? Yes or no?
I do not know that. I'm just a radio DJ, bro. Jam, you know what? Let's.
No, fam. Don't insult my intelligence. Yeah, I'm not a little man. Yeah.
No one said you were, bro.
Again, one more time.
Bruv, I'm not gonna answer that question.
Do YouTube pay for views?
Why are you shouting for, bruv?
Bruv, do YouTube pay for views? Yes or no?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of the YouTube stuff.
You don't know. You don't know that.
Jam, like, bro, like, do you know what? Let's just stop the interview here. Let's stop the interview here.
Nothing. I'm on. You're not stopping.
Yes, I am. It's my show, bro.
No, you're not. Bruv, are you mad?
Jam, like, bruv, come on, bruv.
Don't come on me, bruv. I'll fucking go mad in it.
Bruv.
Are you mad? Listen. Don't play with me today. Do YouTube pay for views?
Yes. Again, I do not know.
So I do not know. So you went and made a clash. It
wasn't about the money.
Hold on, wait a minute, bro, because you just tried it, bro. Yeah? You went and made a clash for youths, yeah? Put them on it, got them to clash, yeah? And you said they need money, but you don't know that you filming them and giving it to Radar for YouTube is generating money for Radar. You don't know that.
But my
You're just a radio DJ, yeah?
You know what,
You're gonna say your answer again?
Hell in a... No, listen to me. What I've done with Hell in a Cell, it was literally to bring the youths together. We done a clash, blah, blah, blah.
What's going on, bruv?
Anyway, listen.
You see all this? Everyone will get... Everything will get...
Jam, anyway, listen. We're here about...
Everyone will get shut down. Just know that, innit?
Jam, listen to me.
Just know that, innit?
We're here... Listen, we're here about... Are You Done Volume 5? So before...
Stop this. Stop a minute. Bro, I beg you, just... Don't do this. Don't do this because it's going to go the wrong way for everyone.
Jam,
listen, this is going to go bad. So tell him, fall back. Let me keep talking to you.
Everything's cool, yeah.
Fall back because it's going to get mad.
So listen, anyway, let's talk about Are You Done Volume 5 before you go, because obviously that's what we're here about. Obviously, Jam, we need interviews like this. You know what I'm saying? We need interviews like this, yeah? So, Are You Done Volume 5? What's your favourite?
Fam, it's the truth, fam. Every tune's the truth, fam. Man's out here, man's the truth, innit? Man's true. Man's been in this game doing the real thing from day dot. Like it or not, yeah, man is the truth. So when man are pulling shots and saying things to me, I'm gonna break it down, innit? Yeah. Whether man like it or not, it's your show. I understand that you don't want to be embarrassed on your show. But if you say if you ask,
I don't feel I said anything stupid,
fam. You just said, listen, let's just go back just so we can move on.
Okay.
Just so we can move on. I told you about the scene, innit? And how everyone's going to develop the scene and how we should push forward and how we should be getting money from corporates and doing certain things, innit? Yeah? I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm saying how it should be, innit?
Do you think I said anything wrong as well?
You said to me, I've got money. I said, how do you know that?
I assume.
You said, I assume. I said, okay, cool. You said, you do thing, you make money from it, you sell it. I said, do you know how much it costs to put it on? Do you know how much it costs to manufacture? Do you know how much the PR costs? Do you know how much it costs to pay the artist? No. Then I said, hold on a minute. I swear Radar just done a clash that
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Then you said, that's mine.
It was a radio show, Jam. It wasn't this. No, can you listen to me, though?
Then I said, hold on. You got those youths clashing on your thing. Did you give them any money? You said, I don't make no money from it. It's just a radio show. I said, hold on a minute. Where's that going on YouTube? I swear that turns over revenue. You said, I don't know anything, I'm just a radio DJ. So just be a radio DJ then, if that's what you're going to be. Because if I'm talking to you about other stuff, you shouldn't be speaking to me about it because you don't know, because you're just a radio DJ. So
how was I talking, like, bro? So what did you get offended about? If you are offended, okay,
I'm not offended.
What's the issue? If there is an issue,
there's not. I'm not offended. I'm just not stupid.
As you can see, this really went off the rails when DJ Argue used that argument. And I don't agree with that argument either. When he says, having an artist on my clash is just like having you on the radio show, so I shouldn't pay you for the radio show just like I shouldn't pay them for their clash. But there's a very big difference between somebody performing their art form on stage for a crowd and you having an artist on your platform. I understand that they're both platforms. They're both getting exposure from it, but Jammer isn't working when he's interviewing with you. From a macro sense, yes, he's working. He's working on his brand. He's working on exposure, but he's not performing his records on your radio show. However, an artist who's on your clash is performing, and they should be paid for the performance, or at least if they should be paid, your response shouldn't be, well, obviously we don't pay them. Obviously we don't pay them. I think you could basically see that DJ Argue knew that he had lost the argument because he wasn't willing to admit that, wait a minute, if you're going to say that by me being on this show, I shouldn't be paid for it, but you're getting paid for it obviously because, you know, this footage is being used to be, you know, it's on YouTube and they're going to make money off of the YouTube views. And when he's asking them, do YouTube pay for views? He won't even admit it. Like how can you as a DJ, how can you as a radio personality, somebody who, you know, he's got to be social media savvy, you know, he's a young guy. I think in the interview he says he's about 28 years old. You have to know that they are being paid for the viewership. I'm sure it goes into DJ Argue's whole, you know, his whole package, you know, because, you know, obviously, as we spoke about in the last video, we spoke about simulcasting and we spoke about people getting paid for different revenues. For different streams on one broadcast. So if he at least doesn't want to admit, we can obviously also say that maybe he's also ignorant as to how money is made at his radio station, which, you know, isn't the case. I mean, the case here is that he didn't want to admit that, yes, we make money off of the streaming. So yes, I'm being paid for this. But, you know, this really goes off the rails. I mean, I really feel like Jammer's argument gets clouded because of how angry he gets. You know, and if you notice at one point, a security guard actually comes up from behind him. Like, you know, it was really just about to get that real, but it obviously didn't. You know, this is something that happens in all communities all over. Like, it doesn't matter if we're discussing the UK. It doesn't matter if we're discussing grime. It doesn't matter if we're discussing regular hip hop. I mean, obviously, as you saw just a couple of days ago, you saw Soulja Boy on Everyday Struggle and on The Breakfast Club, but specifically on Everyday Struggle when he was talking to DJ Academics and he was talking to Nadeska about his video game, and they didn't see any value in why someone would approach him for a video game deal and why he would have so many businesses. And Soulja Boy, you know, kind of says, well, you guys worship Fortnite, you worship Nintendo, why do you have to approach me with that sort of frame of thinking? And, you know, you could obviously see that in this position. Jammer's in the same position where he sees that Red Bull exploits people and makes people work for next to nothing, but nobody says anything to Red Bull. But as soon as he wants to have his own events, people come down on him because he charges $100 for the ticket. And as he explained, it costs that much money because I have to do all of these things behind the scenes beyond paying an artist, you know, paying for the venue, paying for the promotion, paying for all that stuff. So you see how all these things sort of overlap. Now, what I will say is that Soulja Boy isn't the person that should be talking about, you know, buy black or trust black businesses, because if you're walking around with a Gucci headband and all you're doing is just promoting European brands everywhere you go, then you really shouldn't be the person that's preaching about buying black. You know, Killer Mike has a show on Netflix. That's pretty good. That I think you guys should check out. It's called Trigger Warning, and in the first episode of this series, he buys black for 3 days. So he doesn't eat anything that doesn't come from a black farm, any black products. He doesn't wear anything that's not black designed. So he lives for 3 days like that. And I think it's about economic empowerment. That's really how we put a lot of strength back into the community rather than trying to police what people say and doing all these goofy things online. The first real course of action that we can do is by protecting our pockets. That's why one of the realest lines ever said over the last 20 years is Killer Mike's opening on Ronald Reagan.
We brag on having bread, but none of us are bakers. We all talk having greens, but none of us own acres. If none of us own acres and none of us grow wheat, then who will feed our people when our people need to eat? So it seems our people starve from lack of understanding, cause all we seem to give them is some ballin' and some dancing.
That line is all about economic empowerment. That line is all about support the little guy and don't be so quick to always work for the larger guy just because it means your exposure and you think that your career's on the line. I agree mostly with Jammer's position. I don't agree with it wholeheartedly, because if you are going to hold these events, then you shouldn't take the sort of defensive standpoint of, well, why would you hit me on the neck for a feature on my show? You should know that it sort of comes with the territory, but obviously he pays people. He just has an issue with it. But DJ argues position of, well, we obviously don't pay people because this is a radio station and you should have to pay people. And then the fact that he won't even concede to the point that they make money off of YouTube views is just ridiculous. I think this argument is up there with put some respect on my name. I think it's up there with you don't have the answer, sway. It's across the pond, obviously, but I think this is really an argument that's rooted in something much deeper, outside of the sensational yelling and all that shit. It's obviously an issue that happens within the community every day. I want to know what you guys think about this argument. Who are you siding more with? Do you side with Jammer? Do you side with DJ Argue? Is this the best radio argument you've ever heard? And I call it the best radio argument because it's actually two people defending themselves. It's not one person yelling at another and another person sort of passively just sitting in the corner. There were actually some good points made on both sides. So please let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.
Why I'm speaking with passion is because I've lived this thing. You get what I'm saying? I've lived it. I'm not talking from like some space where I don't know. How old are you?
I'm 28.
You're 28, right? I'm not talking from a space where I've just mixed tunes in my bedroom or in radar or whatever. I'm talking about I've traveled not only UK but everywhere, pushing this music that is being pushed throughout all these stations, throughout all these DJs, throughout all these new people. So if I have an opinion on how I think things should be better, yeah, because you assume that I have money and people shouldn't be coming to pay, they should be coming to places for free, I'm going to correct you, whether you like it or not.
No, I hear that, Jam, but listen, we've got to actually wrap this up, bro.
You can wrap it up.
I've got power.
Wrap yourself up while you're at it as well, man.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming down, Jam. Cool.